Let's do interesting question related to finding value of x or solving the equation. Let's read the question. If 5 raised to 2x minus 1 minus 25 raised to x minus 1 is equal to 2500, then find the value of x. Right? You must have done this kind of question in grade 8. Let's discuss here. 5 raised to 2x minus 1 minus 25 raised to x minus 1 is equal to 2500. Done? Now, first of all, in this kind of question, remember we need to do the same base. That's the idea behind this. So 5 raised to 2x, here base is 5, here 25 and here 2500. Ignore this for a while. At least try to do this as the same base because they are on the same side of the equation and x is there in the power, right? So 5 raised to 2x minus 1 minus here 25. Can we write 25 as the 5 raised to 2 whole raised to x minus 1 is equal to 2500 as it is. Now let's solve further. 5 raised to 2x minus 1 minus 5 raised to 2 into x minus 1 c is equal to 2500. Let's solve further. 5 raised to 2x minus 1 minus 5 raised to, let's use the distributive property. 2x minus 2 is equal to 2500, right? Till this, it's all okay. Now, let's solve further. See, 5 raised to 2x and 5 raised to 2x is common between them. So what are we going to do? We are going to take it common. We can take 5 raised to 2x as the common. Now you must be thinking that 5 raised to 2x if we take common, right? That being done, very simple, we have an idea about that. But what to do with the minus 1 over here? Are we going to only write minus 1 into the power? No, don't do that. See, 5 as it is you need to write and minus 1 as the power. Then minus sign between them. Here also 5 raised to 2x is common. So that term we are not going to write, but we are going to write minus 2 with the power of what? 5. So 5 raised to minus 2 over here and here 2500 so far as it is. That being done, now let's solve this 5 raised to minus 1 minus 5 raised to minus 2. So how we can solve this? That is 5 raised to 2x as it is and 5 raised to minus 1. So can I write 1 upon 5 and here 1 upon 5 raised to 2 because I want to convert negative power to positive. So I need to take reciprocal of the base, right? Is equal to 2500. Done. Now let's solve it. 5 raised to 2 and I think see very easily we can take the LCM. Here we need power 2. Here for the LCM it will be 25 only. So we just multiply 5 over here and we will be able to do that. So let's solve further. 5 raised to 2x and here 5 minus 4 and 5 raised to 2 that is 25 is equal to 2500. Done? So here 5 raised to 2x and here 4 by 25 is equal to 2500. Now what are we going to do? We are going to shift this two terms. 25 will go into numerator, 4 will go into denominator. So let's write 5 raised to 2x, or you can do in this way as well, that here let's say 4 by 5 raised to 2 I can write it is equal to 2500. Why? Because see 5 raised to 2x and 5 raised to 2 it is numerator and denominator, means they are in division, so I can subtract their power. So here I can write 5 raised to 2x minus 2 into 4 is equal to 2500. Now this 4 will go into denominator. So here 5 raised to 2x minus 2 is equal to 2500 divided by 4. Here 1's are, here 625's are. Now 625, we need to convert this into base of 5. That will be, if you want to do prime factorization, you can see that 625 is equal to 5 raised to 4, right? So here we can write 5 raised to 2x minus 2 is equal to 5 raised to 4. Now what we are going to do? Compare the power. So we can write 2x minus 2 is equal to 4. We can write here compare the power. Done. Now 2 we will be shifting over there. So 2x is equal to 4 plus 2, that is 6. So we are at this point that we are having 2x is equal to 6. 2 will go into denominator. So x is equal to 6 by 2. So x is equal to 3 is my answer. If I solve this equation, answer of x is what? X is equal to 3. Let's see what we did over here. First of all, try to have the same base, 5 raised to something. Here 25, so we can write 5 square, right? Take the 2 outside because 2 powers are there, so they will be in the product. So we use distributive property and we take the 5 raised to 2x common. Be very careful with this step. 5 raised to minus 1. Don't write minus 1 minus minus 2. That's absolutely incorrect, right? Convert to positive power. Simplify further. And here you can do in this way as well. 25 you take in the numerator, 4 in denominator. Though you are going to get the correct answer, nothing much. Now what I did over here, 25 I have written as 5 raised to 2. Now I can subtract the power because it is in numerator and denominator. That being done, afterwards try to have this 2500 also in terms of power of 4. But first we need to divide with 4. We divide it and we get 5 raised to 4. Compare the power and solve the equation and get the answer. Let's solve one more problem related to simplifying the expression. We have this value and we need to simplify and need to get the answer. Here nowhere it is mentioned that we need to prove 1 or you need to get that value after solving it. So we need to find, right? And try to remember this kind of answers are always maybe 0 or 1, something like that only, right? So how shall we approach? First of all, let's think. So we have x raised to b and x raised to c. We get an idea. We have the same base and different power and we are going to subtract because they are in division, right? Same we will do for all 3 of them. Afterwards what? So afterwards we are going to have 2 powers. So what we can do in that case, 2 powers means what? We are going to multiply them. So here it will be a very lengthy calculation. So let's start with the calculation. Okay. So here let's start x raised to, we can write b minus c, and here b plus c minus a, right? I have directly written it that b minus c, it is over here, and when we are going to have 2 powers we are going to multiply them. Or if you are still confused, you can just make the bracket over here to avoid the confusion. That can also work out, right? So let's do for the another one, x raised to c minus a, and bracket over here we have the common power, that is c plus a minus b, into we have x raised to a minus b, done, and here let's take the power a plus b minus c, done. Now let's do the product over here. So x raised to, now in this case be very careful, b we are going to multiply with all these 3 terms. So b into b, that is b square, b into c, that is plus bc, and b into a, that is minus ab. Remember that is only for the b. Now let's do for the c. C into b, that is minus bc. Now c into c, remember this is minus c, so minus c square. Now c into a, that is minus minus plus ac. That is only for the first term. Now let's do for the next, that is, let's write here product, and x raised to c into c, that is c square, then c into a, that is plus ac, then c into b, that is minus bc. Then for the c, now we need to do for the a. Here minus a is there, so remember all signs need to be changed. Minus ac, then here minus a square, and here minus minus plus ab. Product x raised to, let's do for the last term over here, a into a, that is what? A square, then a into b, that is plus ab, then a into c, that is minus ac. Then for the term a, now let's do for the b. Here minus ab, then here b into b, that is minus b square. Now b into c, that is minus minus plus bc, right? Yes, the calculations are lengthy. Now let's see into the power, can we do any cancellation or not? See, we can do over here plus BC and minus BC. Good. Here let's see minus AC and plus AC, and in this case I believe we can do plus AB and minus AB. So let's write what is left over here. So let's write with this square, x raised to here b square, then let's take the square one, b square minus c square, then minus ab and plus ac. For the first one, for second, let's see c square, and here square power is minus a square, then minus bc and plus ab into x raised to here a square, then we have minus b square over here and minus ac, and what we are left with plus bc. Done. Now observe, all three of them are having x as the base. So in this case, what are we going to do? Add the power. Why? Because they are in product. Be very careful, they are still in product. Now we can add their powers. So far we cannot add it because they were not having the same power, or that was the issue, right? So now let's add the power and see what do we get over here. So everything we are going to write in the power of x. So we can write x raised to here b square minus c square minus ab plus ac. That's for the first term power. Now let's write for the second term, that is c square minus a square minus bc plus ab. Then for the third term, that is plus a square minus b square minus ac plus bc. Be very careful with the sign. Any mistake and you won't be able to get the answer. Now let's see, can we do cancellation or not? Positive b square. Do we have negative b square? Yes. Done. Here c square minus c square and plus c square. Yes. Then minus ab and plus ab. Okay. Plus ac, and we want minus ac. Done. Minus a square and plus a square. Okay. Minus bc and plus bc. Done. So I think all terms are being cancelled, right? So we can write here x raised to 0. Now anything raised to 0, what is the value? That is 1. So that's what I told you at the start of the question. Maybe we are going to get the answer 0 or 1, right? So yes, the calculation is very lengthy, but you need to do very carefully. Let's see how we did this question. So first of all, x raised to b and x raised to c. This kind of pattern is there in all three of the terms. So what we do? Subtract the power. X raised to b minus c, then c minus a minus b. Now we have the double power, so we multiplied them. Now when you multiply, be very careful. B multiply with all three of them, then minus c multiply with all three of them. Minus c is there, so you need to change the sign. Anywhere any sign mistake and you won't be able to get the answer, right? Same we did for rest of the two terms as well. Afterwards we check that can we cancel any term in this terms only, right? Specifically in power. Afterwards we have the same base, and they are in product. So what are we going to do? Add the powers. So we add the powers and we did the cancellation. So there was nothing in the power x raised to 0. So answer is 1. So this is how we solve the question.